pocket. So here is your gavel for eternal. You'll have eternal power over us.
You're done.
Take a picture.
Like a dove with no wings, and I don't wanna know what a heart of stone would bring, 'cause that's a lonely road to travel, and a heavy load to bear, and it's a long, long way to heaven, but I gotta get there. Can you send an angel? Can you send me an angel? Please send me an angel. Can you send me an angel?
Jesse, can you just see who's on the participants and ask them to talk? If they want to.
Rebecca for a genuine example of what it means to service themselves. And how important it is to build relationships with other people, our youth, and back to our community. I'll miss her smile, her authentic attitude, and we're grateful for the blessings that she shared with our club.
Jesse, you're not coming in very good. Okay, I'm sorry, you weren't coming in very well. Can you try again?
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Are we talking?
We can't hear you at all.
I'm connected.
Okay.
Did you want to take over and start maybe with the room? Thank you.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
I think she asked if you wanted to take over since the connection's
Okay. Okay, Neil. Are you okay, Neil? Okay. Bert? I know, he won't unmute himself. There you go, Bert. There's Bert. Go ahead, Bert.
Okay, thanks. I'm still in such disbelief. It's been really tough for me to even process it. So this is really healthy for us to get together and get a chance to share. When I think about Rebecca, I really think about just what an incredible natural leader she was, her ability to inspire people, her energy and her determination and will to get something that was important to her and the cause done. I mean, her love of youth was just amazing. The way her eyes lit up when we did the speech contest and when we got involved with, our youth groups. She had so much passion, and I'm just amazed that during her year as president, dealing with all of the COVID issues that made it so difficult to keep the club together. And she was obviously battling, her own health issues, just how dedicated she remained. We still did the calls. She still did the follow-up and held the club together. And it's just such an incredible tribute to the way she lived her life. So those were my thoughts.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Michelle. Michelle, did you want to speak? Yeah, she's a friend.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. I spend 90% of my day on Teams. Sorry. So I'm like Zoom, I kind of freak out. Thank you so much for having us. I know Becca's probably watching above and just so like, oh God, they're fawning over me. Wish they weren't. But, as one of her longtime friends, I heard nothing but wonderful things about Rotary, and she absolutely loved the time and the events and just what you guys brought to the community. So thank you for honoring her today and still remembering her and being a part of that. I know some of you have received the invitation for her memorial or celebration of life on September 12th. Would absolutely love to have you there. If there's anything that Rotary would like to showcase and something that either an accomplishment, an award, or or have the Rotary emblem up. I know you guys have some things. We can have a table out and so forth. But I would absolutely love to have you guys on the 12th if you are available to attend. So.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Casey?
Brian, I'm not sure if anyone else would like to speak.
Well, I'm asking Casey. Hello, Casey? Okay.
Hi, Rotary. This is actually Jessie, one of Becca's dear friends, and I work nights, and I don't want to talk, but she loved you guys very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we're ready for people here.
All right. When I first joined this club, Rebecca was really one of the first people that kind of brought me in. And I just wanted to say that I thought Rebecca was definitely a huge light within this club. But I also think that she was a great judge of character, which is probably why she gave Ken so much grief. No, but I enjoyed the way that she immediately kind of embraced you as family. And I'll always think very positively about her when I think of that. Just being, one of the newer members of this club and the way that she would kind of lovingly tell you that you were doing something, or just kind of make you feel included in the group. Definitely a dear friend and a good person. So that's my piece.
Where's your camera?
Right there. That's on.
Okay. Like many of you, I very much cherish our time with Rebecca. I admired her organizational skills and certainly enjoyed her people skills as well as her friendship. I mean, she was a very warm person. She drew you in, included you, and also could spur you to activity, let's say, with a needle here and there. I wish I'd known her in a way better and longer, but enjoyed the time that I did know her. I thought she was great for the club. I mentioned she was great for the Y because she was there and we knew her at a time there when she brought people from the Y in to assist us. It always went well, showing her skill in organizing. And everyone, I think, enjoyed working with her and for her because you knew it would be effective and you knew it was a friendly gesture.
I've known Rebecca well before she ever became a member of our Rotary Club. As you know, the Almaden Valley Rotary Club has had a long relationship with the South Valley YMCA, and Rebecca was a kind of a mainstay between the South Valley YMCA and the Almaden Valley Rotary Club. You could always count on her for her energy and her leadership. In fact, I think she really had a large part to do with bringing in YMCA, not only the staff members, but also members of the South Valley YMCA to assist us in the seniors luncheon. I just love her energy and her compassion and her ability to engage everybody. There was no one that was left out in the corner by themselves when Rebecca was around. She just had that ability to draw people to her, and she'll be dearly missed. We always counted on her for her leadership, and I think that the year that she was president of our club was probably the most difficult year for any leader to cope with. And the fact that she led in the manner that she did under the trying circumstances, and not to mention her own personal health challenges, we have a lot to be grateful for all of her efforts and dedication to both the YMCA as well as the Rotary Club and the community at large. So thank you, Rebecca.
Hi, Joan Perry. So, like Burke, I'm shocked. You know, I could see it happening, and throughout our year, you could just imagine how much she was coping with her own physical difficulties at the time that, you know, she loved us so much that she was here. And to watch what we watched, to me, was just heartbreaking. I can't say it shouldn't have happened because she's in God's hands. And that's, you know, maybe the best for all of us. But I can say that I certainly hope she's with us in spirit as we go on in this year, because we truly lost a diamond out of this club. She was extremely important to our success and to the vision for Rotary. So to have her taken, from my point of view, is just heartbreaking. But at the same time, I wish her blessings to rest in peace. And that, you know, maybe she decided to escape this crazy world that we're all living in right now, because it is way crazy. But in the meantime, I just hope her memory lives on in our club, and that we recognize and we all personally feel responsible for the kind of commitment that she had to Rotary and to our club. And I just want to say, I'm so deeply thankful that we had the kickout party for her. I know it was a push to get that done, and I know sometimes, you know, I was pushing in that regard. But to know as a club that we honored her in person and that she felt our love in return for her year is tremendously important to me. And I just want to remind you all, if you didn't come to the party, don't miss those kind of things, because as we see here, it ends in a flash. And, you know, we're all here, but for the grace of God. So with that, I send her blessings, and I hope she's with us.
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to say that when I first joined Rotary, via Mr. Kintabanere, thank you, Ken.
Sorry, everyone.
I think Rebecca may have been maybe the second person I met, because Ken introduced me to Rebecca at that first meeting. And then throughout the coming meetings, I just got to know Rebecca more and more, and just saw how, you know, she was an integral part of this group. And I think the group, she was pretty much a driver of the group since I've known her, and I think that that's why the group is where it is today. We're still here based on the year we've had, and we're still going and continuing. And I think that probably some of the things she's instilled in the group will stay with us and help us grow the group from here. So thank you, Rebecca.
And you get up here and you're not really prepared, but I knew Rebecca for a long time, kind of like Paul with the YMCA, and she was. In fact, I second Burke's comments about the youth. She was really good with the Interact Club. She kept them all active and interested, and then of course the Christmas parties are not. I'm not that. The senior luncheons were another big success. Primarily because of her and the rest of you. And she was also the one successful member from our extension club. And if she had been in charge of the extension club, we obviously would still have it. But that's just part of it. She was a good organization person. It was obvious from experience from the YMCA. And of course, as a president, and she'll be sorely missed.
Well, Rebecca was definitely a driving force in this club. I didn't know her that long, or I don't really know all of you that long. So, but she was definitely a driving force and a ball of fire. And I don't know, she had a big heart, as everybody knows. And all I can say is that, you know, I'm 270 pounds and she was 100. She scared the hell out of me.
So, you know, everybody's talking about Rebecca's big heart and how she felt about everybody in the club. There used to be a thing in Rotary called We Care, and when somebody was sick or somebody was ill, somebody from the club would reach out. And several times I got phone calls from Rebecca that just said, "Hey, how you doing? I can tell you that if you think about all people, if everyone, there's very few that you can say, I've never been mad at that person. That's a person I've never been mad at. Right?
Next time, Brian, can you put the camera closer? Rebecca would have appreciated that. She never was really fond of your technical skills. So Rebecca, I mean, she was Becca. There was only one, I've only met one person like her, and that was her. I love what Tanner said, because that was always kind of in the back of her mind, that whole voluntold thing. Everybody was a volunteer in her mind and eager. But she was the biggest example. I mean, at every board meeting, I don't think we have had a person who was our youth chair that was as active with the youth at going to their meetings, making sure that their needs are taken care of. Just all around a great person. John, the whole We Care, when my dad was in his rehab for his hip, Rebecca was one of the first people to go by and visit him there and check in with him regularly. And it's just a big hole that's going to be kind of impossible for us to fill, certainly impossible for the Y to fill, as well as all of her family and friends. So too soon, too soon.
Okay, you guys have already said everything about Rebecca. Paul loved her because she was organized, well-driven, and the one that I think she hated the most, especially, like I'm sitting here thinking about the technology issues and what we're doing, and Rebecca would normally be like squawking in my ear, like, we're wasting my time, let's get our shit together, what are we doing? I mean, that was her. I mean, she was kind of like my partner in crime in terms of this club, and it's just so sad. I mean, even at like the Ducks Unlimited thing, everyone, you guys did a great job, but I'm literally going, where the hell's Rebecca? I mean, because she's one, you didn't have to tell her what to do. She already knew what to do, and she was kind of like, I mean, we used to joke that she was, well, I can't say that. She was like, we were brother and sister or whatever. So she's truly gonna be missed, and I've been missing her for a long time. Even just seeing her kind of deteriorate over time, because that wasn't the Rebecca that I know. But I'll say, I mean, she is very loyal, and you can tell somebody by their friends, because I mean, she was at the charter party and she has friends go with her. She was at the awards dinner and she has friends coming with her. So I mean, there's people, she obviously touched so many people's lives that they're willing to spend their own time to do that. And that just tells you what kind of person she is. I mean, there's so many different things that we do together. I mean, in terms of the club, and just she was kind of like my right hand person. So she is very deeply missed. So, and with that being said, there's people from the board. I've kind of put this out before, and this may be a good time, but we have a ward called Harris Pellish, and I don't know if there's any single person in this entire club that even knows who that guy was or is. Paul, do you? But I would like to potentially rename that to Rebecca Boylan. So, it's not illegal. Huh? No, it's not, but it's something. So, anyways, goodbye, Rebecca.
Okay, so that is everybody from here. And what I would like to say about Rebecca, I mean, everybody has said all the things that she has done. But one thing that really struck me was at the end of the e-bite, you had a little saying there about never needing applause. And that was Rebecca, really. She never needed applause. In fact, she didn't want it. But we're going to name an award after her because she deserves it. I knew her when she first came into the club. I mean, you never say no. You know, she called, oh, YMCA is doing a fundraising. Can you give some money? Of course, whatever, Rebecca, you know, and it wasn't like pushing me. It was just asking me. You just wanted to do it. We're really going to miss her in this club. She was a great young person, pushing us hard. And even after being a president, she would have continued to push us hard. So we're going to really, really miss her. And I would like to say, and Dave, you want to make some closing remarks, to thank everybody for being here, for listening to us and joining in. Hopefully we can see you at the East Valley YMCA on September 12th, and we'll try to get something there. This was really nice. I'm glad that Bert came. Neil was here for a while. That, you know, Rotarians from the past come and keep in contact with us. So does anybody have anything more to say on Zoom? Your last chance. Yes, Casey.
It's Jesse. Even though it says Casey, it's Jesse.
Jesse. Jesse Casey. Okay, there you go.
Jesse. Hi guys. Got out of bed for this. I did my hair for you. Her legacy is giving back, and someone said we're going to miss her loss, and there's a void that's going to be filled, and that void is filled by everybody just doing a little bit more every day, because people like her don't come around but once in a lifetime. And our service to our community and to others by her loss could be dampened, or we can choose to rise and just do a little bit more in her name and her memory and really live out her legacy through our actions. I want to share with you guys one of the last things that we did sitting in her bed. I spent nights over at her house, and she pulled out the capital campaign that you guys are working on for Lake Almaden and that revitalization. And she was so proud of that work that she got to do with you guys. So as you guys continue forward with whatever you're doing in Rotary, if you could keep her family and her friends in mind, because we want to continue to support the causes that were really important to her. And Rotary was at the very, very, very top of that list. And her heart and her work that she got to do with you guys was so important and so tied to each one of you guys individually. So I just wanted to be able to say that to Rotary. There's going to be a lot going on at her memorial, but her service was in partnership with each and every single one of you guys. And hopefully that tie continues and you guys get to live out her love for the community, for youth, and for your cause in Rotary. That's it.
Thank you, Jesse.
Okay.
Brian, I have a question while everybody's on. So in the project that she just talked about, will they do some benches or something?
Yeah.
And can we dedicate a bench to Rebecca
Yeah, we need to raise 20,000.
to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
And so through.
What was that dollar amount, Brian?
20,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, Rebecca would ask that question, right? That's it? We need $20,000 to get a bench in her name? I got you. I got you.
Oh, good.
So is that a campaign we might do in the
Yeah. Do some kind of fundraising. We've got a couple benches we would like to. We'd like one for Paul Cosentino.
Would they give us a deal if we got more than one?
No. Because we're dealing with the city.
Okay, Rebecca would say you're wasting time.
Yes, I am. So, Wendy, I would just like to acknowledge, thank you for coming. It was a tough meeting for your first meeting, but thank you for hanging in there.
What an honor. I wish I had known her. It was so beautiful to hear everything that you guys have said about her, and I just wish I joined earlier. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Okay, with nothing, Dave? Nothing?
I just want to thank everybody for coming today, and hopefully we'll see you all at Rebecca's memorial.
Good to see you, Bert.
Good to see you, Bert.
Yeah, Bert, come again. Come back.
Yeah, good seeing you guys. Good seeing your faces, and I really appreciate being included.
Nice. Great. All right, see you guys later.
Thank you all.
All right, thanks.
As long as I